MFL Total Access. Let's
People
go.
are gonna think it was on mute or something.
Should we put it on Spotify? People don't see.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't know if you were missed or not because our last video got a bunch of views with Simon Valiquette on it. So maybe it was like the Saint Jean,
Yeah, that's what
French
it was.
French connection. You know.
Well, look, it's fair. Everyone has their time to shine.
Yeah.
And it was,
Did you watch bits and pieces? No.
No, I did. Yeah, I did. I watched.
He was pretty good, eh?
He was a natural.
Yeah.
He was cool, like the unicorn thingy there too.
Unicorn thing.
Well, like what he his product.
La Licorne's Fur?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's his company.
Okay, yeah, no, it looked cool, and the background was cool. No, it was a good show.
The
I liked
background
it.
was a blank wall. Was...
Well, like the setup, the stage scene was a nice setup. But no, it was good. Yeah, thanks for filling in. And no, like I was really impressed. Like he obviously he knows his stuff, but he's a natural.
Yeah, it's funny because he wanted to be on the show to disagree with me because he finds we always agree with each other, but he ended up agreeing almost most of the show.
I was gonna say
People don't realize that like what I say is just facts.
that's
Well, you agree with them most of the time, so you want
exactly mostly facts. Mostly,
we got big news this past weekend.
we do.
Yeah,
We got growth.
yeah. I was wondering if you were gonna.
Come on now.
MFL's expanding,
Damn,
taking it to the North Shore.
that's that'd be far.
Yeah, well, depends for who.
Congrats, though, for real.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. So Kevin will be running it, I heard, and
No, we're gonna keep him in Brossard.
Okay. That's all. Tell the ladies and gentlemen about it.
Yeah, so MFL will be expanding to Laval this fall season. Going to be playing somewhere in Laval West, St. Dorothy area. It's going to be run on Sundays, so parallelly to the Brossard League. We don't want to interfere with the Montreal. You know, Montreal is like still the mammoth of the product for the MFL.
Yeah.
And we figured that most people that play in Brossard probably won't be playing in Laval.
Yeah, imagine having a game at 9 and then 11. And
Yeah. But a lot of people that play in Montreal do also play in Brossard and can play in Laval. So like those people that were like in between, they'll have the option on Sunday if they want to choose to play in Laval or Brossard now.
True.
But yeah, so everyone that plays on the Saturday Montreal League, it's available to you guys. It's probably going to be like from 9:30 to 12:30, so you don't miss your NFL games.
It's a must.
Get home by 1. Yeah,
it's a must.
Yeah.
That's cool. And you have the terrain rented out.
Yeah, we have a few. It's quite easier to get parks in Laval than it is in Montreal.
Oh, gosh.
A few more available, I'd say. So yeah.
Nice. Well, that'd be awesome. Well, Kev was saying. What was he saying? Laval's closer to him, and he was asking if he could do. That's what he was telling me. He was like, "Can I do Laval? It's closer to me." Blah blah blah.
He was asking you if you could do Laval.
Yeah. Well, because
no, for you to give him permission, or or he was like asking himself, like
no, asking me. I mean, I do run the league. People know that, but no, yeah, he was saying, I wonder if Terry will let me do a Laval because I'm closer. And,
okay.
Yeah.
What was he gonna do Brossard then?
I guess it'll be a little Nicky.
They're gonna split.
Himself. Yeah. God, no, they can't. They can't split.
Yeah.
But that's really huge news. Right now we have three basically leagues.
Yeah. Covering all bases.
Wow. No, that honestly, it's huge. It's cool. It's gonna be on Sundays too.
Yeah.
Because like you could make it. It's not the same during the week, right? You have to make it during the week.
MFL's like a weekend thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, during the day. Maybe the next expansion is gonna be a weeknight.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be like Friday Night Lights. Who knows?
Oh man. I didn't wear my sweater today, but it's a great show.
Yeah, when the bear gets turf and we could when we'll destroy it, we'll be there like every weeknight. We'll have like a Monday night league, a Tuesday night league.
Andrew says I think it was Andrew this week. He said rather play on concrete than play at Le Bear.
You said that?
Or somebody said that, but
Le Bear's actually good now.
Well, now.
Yeah.
I mean for a game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
exactly.
Like it's nice, but he's talking about the actual playing time because the experience nothing beats everyone being at Le Bear.
Oh, 100%. No, but you nothing beats those sprinklers too, like dodging a sprinkler and.
So Kevin asked you for permission?
Yeah, he did. I was surprised.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Anything else you wanted to go over?
Oh man, it was.
It was wet.
Yeah, it was wet. I think I was talking to our boy John Larissis from the Iron Wolves, and
did he apologize to you for breaking his finger?
He still doesn't think it was him.
Oh, he doesn't think you touched him?
No, he does. I told him, and he was surprised that he felt bad.
He was surprised that what?
Like,
that was that bad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He actually felt bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he did. I forgot what I was gonna say.
You were talking to your boy John.
Yeah.
Larry.
Oh yeah, and he was saying about like the playoffs and stuff, and I was like, it's in November, and I was like, honestly,
I'd rather fall season.
For the fall season, yeah.
Yeah.
Cause we're talking about fall, and I was thinking like I'd rather a cold like November day than the weekend we got.
But I mean, during the Thunder
It's
Boys
only
game
being
wasn't that
wet.
bad.
Yeah,
You saw there a cold November day than the
100%.
like when it's just drizzling a little bit. That's fine, no?
Yeah, I mean, but then it's like, do you wear gloves? Do you not wear gloves?
Okay. We'll talk about that in November. See if
Yeah, good call.
he's staying for the fall season.
Well, looks like we may. Yeah. Well, this season isn't over yet. We have a slimmest chance, but we'll talk about that when we get to day one.
Also, a couple of notes I got from some players. Stay hydrated and bring some water.
Mm-hmm.
Bring some freaking water, actually, because a lot of players do not bring water.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we don't want anyone collapsing on the field or being dehydrated, right?
Yeah, no, for real. It's
and also pick up your garbage, guys. Like, pick up after yourselves. We have a lot of nice guys picking up other people's garbages when they shouldn't. Pick up your garbage. We're lucky enough to have these parks in Montreal. Like I said, it's not easy to get these reservations. We want to keep them, right?
That's only fair. But I was thinking, like, it's hard. I was talking to Dave Doe, and like you kind of forget things at the field.
What did you guys talk about? How did this come up?
Because he had to come back to get his sweater.
Okay.
But it's like you have like so many things, and like I lost 2 water bottles in the span of 2 days.
Like,
you know what I mean? Like, you put a water here, and then like and then it's like,
that's you.
Yeah, but then it looks like it's garbage left when it's like I didn't really mean to leave it. But yes, you're right. Pick up the garbage and bring water. When Kevin had that thing, we used to steal his Gatorades. That was,
he still has it, but he hides it now, I think.
damn, what a bugger.
Yeah. All right, women's division.
Let's go.
Did you see any of the games?
I did not. A little surprised with some of the scores though.
Really? I found that all the scores, all the teams that won did what they were supposed to do. Like,
Agreed.
There are no upsets in this.
No,
in this
but
week.
it just the actual score.
Like Drama Queens 37-0, Tigres 26-0, then Tigres against Crazy Bees back-to-back 38-12, and then DS Drapeau 58-0 against Mockingjays. Ouch.
So 3 out of the 4 games we had a donut.
Yeah. Like Vivian Flo balled out 19-31, 200 yards, 7 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Rina Daphne going to quarterback. She threw 3 completions, 2 touchdowns on it.
She can do it all.
Do you think DS Drapeau let out a little bit, or do you think they think maybe points 4 as a tiebreaker?
Yeah, it could be that.
I want to show some good sportsmanship here, and not write up the scores.
No, I don't. But it's tough. I don't think we're the type of girls that would do that. But like if the ball's being thrown to you, you're not going to try and drop it, right?
Or in the rain.
That's just true.
It looks like excuse, right?
Man, yeah. Imagine if this was I guess it was sunny-ish at the time. But man, talk about strong defense all across the board. Tigres in their 2 games combined giving up 12 points, but yet to go to that game, like you said, DS de Drapeau, only that one game winning 58-0. We talked about power rankings going to shift week in, week out, and maybe they weren't happy that I didn't have them at number 1.
They said this for you, Willpower.
Okay, well, they put on a good show. I'll give them that.
Looking at the Drama Queens defeating the Mockingjays, not a great day for Mockingjays.
Yeah.
Putting up 0 points and close to 100 points against. They were doing better, like the last couple of games, right? Let me pull out the schedule. Still in search for their first victory. Closing out the season against Crazy Bees. Definitely possible to win there.
Mm-hmm.
But look, prior to this past weekend, there were 4 straight weeks where they scored 2 touchdowns.
Right.
And got a few converts.
And we mentioned that, right?
Yeah, well, after getting shut out in their first 2 games, it was steady and consistent improvement on their behalf. Look, this women's division is the first time ever. Everyone's making the playoffs. They're trying to finish strong. They're, I believe, most probably going to play Crazy Bees in that play-in game. It's actually confirmed. They're going to play Crazy Bees in that play-on game. So, coming to this last game of the season, you get prepared for this because you're facing this team again.
Yeah.
For a chance in the women's semifinals in the first ever season, right? If they could win the last game of the season, that's great. But the one that counts the most is going to be the one in the following week, right? So, yeah. Mockingjays, look, go back to the basics. Think about those games where you did score 2 touchdowns, right? Think about the games where you gave up maybe 30 points, not 58, and try to see what was different in those games. What did you guys do slightly better, and try to replicate that.
And I think, like you said too, right? When you're playing this team the next week, so maybe like there's a few things that you try heading into that next game. But I think it's important to. I think you want to be heading into the playoffs on a win, right? Like that's huge. I know that win won't change the standings, but I do think it's going to be important for Mockinjays to get that win and build that confident. I think that the confident group of group of players, but when you score 0 in 2 games, that's tough. You want to have a bounce back week and a rebound week.
You want to be previewed as the 1-9 Mockinjays coming to the play-on game, and not the 0-10 Mockinjays.
That's exactly it.
Look, in a small division of only 5 teams, it's really tough to have parity. It's like as if there's the women's A and women's B here, because like the top 3 teams are very, very close in parity, and then you have the bottom 2 who are also pretty close amongst themselves. But look, it's bound to happen. And like even when the MFL first started, when Brossard first started, probably now when Laval's going to start that first season. You can't have 2 divisions. You can't have a division of 2 teams. You can't have a division of 3 teams. There's going to be teams that are going to beat up on other teams. But the nice thing about the MFL is that normally it always remains respectful. And
the teams show up, right? Like how many leagues do we see a team go like 0-5, 0-6, and they decide we're not going to come? Just.
And looking at the stats of their first game, Drama Queens, a lot of positive here. Roxane Roy, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. Great ball distribution here. She has 3 girls with 4 more catches. Nice. Tabitha Thomas leading the way, 5 grabs for 86 yards, 2 touchdowns. You got Angie and Kayla and Marie-Louise with also a touchdown. On the defense side of the ball, you had a few picks. Emma, Marie with a pick 6, and then even Angie getting a pick as well.
Look, I asked it before, and things change and don't change. I'll ask it again. Give me your favorite right now. Win the women's division. We'll talk about maybe the other divisions a little bit later on.
Look, it's crazy. Look at the standings. Drama Queens are 7-0. Des Drapeaux are 6-1. Wow. Tigres are 5-3, but like you could argue they're the best team in this division, right? With the most firepower. Look, I truly believe like any of those 3 teams could win it. Like, I don't think someone could say Drama Queens will be champions, Tigres will be champions, or Des Drapeaux will be champions, and you think they're crazy. Des Drapeaux, you gotta get a logo up on the website, because if you want to be crowned champions, you can't have the MFL logo up there.
Wait a minute. Sorry, do Drama Queens have 18 points against?
Yeah.
Sorry, that's...
Yeah, but they have that forfeit win against...
No, but still, that's incredible.
Yeah, I'm going to see how much they give up that game.
Holy cow. Just reading right now the points against for Drama Queens. Sorry to completely cut you off, but that's unbelievable. Giving up 6 points, 0, 12, 0, and then a forfeit.
Yeah, they gave up... I just saw it.
Wow. That's unbelievable. So yes, there was a forfeit win.
They gave up 27 in that forfeit, so they would have been at 45 points against through 7 games, which is still an average of 6 points against per game.
That's
so
incredible.
A touchdown against per game, which is still crazy.
Wow. Great stuff, Queens.
I don't know why we're counting them out. Like I'm kind of leaning towards Des Drapeaux. You're kind of leaning to
I know, but they're undefeated.
And why are we not? Like, why is no one saying it's for sure Drama Queens? I think maybe, and like this team has just as much experience as any other team in this division, right? Like, yes, Tigres are coached up and everything. Yes, Des Drapeaux have a bunch of like ballers, but Drama Queens is composed of all MFL players who've been playing for a couple of seasons now. Like, right? Like,
Kayla 7 picks in 7 games.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And you know Kayla's a really good player, but like in Division 4 and 5 where she plays, she usually puts up great offensive stats, average defensive stats, but now she's balling out on defense as well, just so much of a threat she is.
This is gonna be exciting, and if you look at the 3 games, is it 3? Yeah, 3 games coming up this week.
That semi-final game of the team finishing 2 and 3 is gonna be crazy.
Agreed. But the 3 games this weekend are going to be crazy. Where you have the top 3, only the top 3 teams playing, right?
Oh, wow. And everyone has a doubleheader. It's like a little jamboree type thing.
Now that's going to be some good football.
This is like a preview of like, okay, we'll keep the top 3 and everyone plays against each other twice. And then I think after this week, we'll definitely know who's going to be the favorite going to the playoffs, right?
I say...
they all split 1-1.
I was just going to say...
You really think so?
Yeah, everyone was 1-1.
I really hope they'll have their top players in this game and they're not missing a quarterback here, a quarterback there.
Yeah, that would...
You really think everyone goes 1-1?
Yeah.
No, I think the MFL football guards are going to be nice to us. A team's going to go 2-0, a team's going to go 0-2, and then a team's going to go 1-1. That makes sense, right?
Yeah. It has to be. Yeah. 3 wins.
And we'll
Okay,
clearly
that's
know
fair.
who's 1, 2, and 3.
I think it's been chaotic. It's gonna stay. It's gonna stay chaotic.
Hopefully there's no forfeits.
Yeah.
But yeah, those 18 points against could be like a MFL record right now.
Oh yeah. I saw them.
Yeah.
It's like,
Looks like a mistake. And look, all three teams have somewhat about the same amount of points for. That's crazy.
man. They could finish with more points in the standings than points against. Like if they go undefeated, that's 20 points,
Yeah,
right?
they have to give up 3 donuts the next 3 games.
Hey. They've been giving a lot of donuts lately.
Yeah. Go to Division 5.
Yeah, good stuff.
A lot of games covered in Division 5.
Yes, for real.
Let's start with this 5-1-4 Jungle Squad. So we know that Goldrick has taken over officially as the quarterback for Jungle Squad.
Yeah.
Hope Jerome, Jerome, that's their quarterback is he got injured. Hopefully he's healing up quick and be back for next season. And this game had a few notes. Let's see. So yeah, thanks to Rochelle and Christian, 5-1-4 had enough players to play this game. Because I think that women's game was right before, so 5-1-4 picked them up there.
Nice.
So
Good stuff.
getting those 2 subs in just in time. And they also came to play. You got Rochelle, who ended up with 12 yards, 3 tackles, 2 sacks. Also, looking at the stats here, I see Goldrick rushed for a 45-yard touchdown. He told me he got lucky the rusher slipped. But to that I say, there's those other 5 guys to beat, right?
True.
I get it was wet, it was hard to tackle.
Yeah.
But I know Goldrick takes private dancing lessons, right? Like, you've seen his moves, right? Like,
yeah.
Like he has some stuff going on there, and he's
He takes a direct snap and kind of lowers his shoulder.
Those hips don't lie. Also, big shout out to Elena, who had 2 sacks in this game. One of them being a safety.
Huge. Hey,
She's
honestly,
been a great rusher for this team, like since their first season, right?
like, would you rather a safety or a pick 6?
I think the safety gives you the potential to get more points, right?
That's what I mean. Like, a safety could be the biggest play in flag football. Because we don't realize it.
It could be like a 9-point swing.
Or 10.
Yeah. I just thought like a 2 possessions.
Yeah, true.
What was I gonna say? Did you see any of the 5 games?
No, but I was shocked. Kevin told me, but unfortunately,
You're talking to Kevin a lot lately.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Darren, we spoke to, or we didn't speak to. He said there was a player, slot machine, nothing but D, that got hurt. Got a ball in the eye, and then their finger got snapped back. Anyways, I think
same player.
Yeah, same guy.
Poor guy. Okay.
But anyway, hopefully he's healed up. But I couldn't believe the score in this game.
Which game?
Nothing but D and slot machine, 34-2.
Yeah, because these are like the top 2 teams in the division, right? Like when I say arguably the top 2, or no, they're the. I mean, coming into this game, they were the top 2 teams.
Well, the Slicks 2.
But coming into this game, nothing but D had 1 loss. And,
yeah, true.
And slot machine had 0. We were definitely expecting a closer game, right?
Yeah. So it's right now. It's like slot machine of the field, and most people are taking slot machine.
Yeah, usually that's a question in Division 5. Well, it's a question across all divisions, but usually Division 5 is a division where you take not the field. You don't take the field. You take the top team.
That one team.
Yeah. Like, are you taking slot machine now or the field?
The field.
Really?
Yeah. I trust Slicks. No, nothing to do with slot machine.
When we ask ourselves these types of questions, we literally never agree. I don't know what Simo's talking about. Because I'm definitely taking slot machine.
For real?
Yeah. They literally just beat the
I think
second
he's just
place
saying
team.
he wants to be on the show.
Yeah. Eric balled out in this game, 7 for $119, 3 touchdowns, 2 1-point converts. He put a lot of points up in this game. Look, nothing but D gets their only score by the D. Wait, was it a pick 2 or a safety? I'm assuming it was a safety. Yeah, it was a safety by Chris Giovanni. But look, the slot machine team has 4 receivers with over 200 yards. Has no one with double-digit touchdowns. Just goes to show that ball distribution, how great it is. They don't have like one superstar player. It's literally a team effort in this one. You have Eric, William, Carl, and Hugo all with 6 to 9 touchdowns, all over 200 yards. Only Hugo has over 20 catches. Like, that's great ball distribution. The quarterbacks, Giovanni has 23 touchdowns. He had Eric play a few games with 9 touchdowns. They had a sub quarterback with 5 touchdowns. So like this team's scoring at will.
Yeah.
And they don't have a clear cut stud on this game on this team like to like that's taking all the targets, right? Which in lower divisions usually see. So maybe this is like a kudos to lower and this is the recipe that these lower division or any division team in the MFL needs.
Well, because it's good. The good thing is because we're used to seeing in lower divisions it being like one player, right? Like one player on a kind of coming in there and dominating on a team that's undefeated. But I think it's rare we've seen this production from a team, not only in Division 5. I think throughout all divisions. Like you said, just the amount that no one has over 9 touchdowns, single digit in touchdowns, 6 to 9. It's like I watch this team play and like it is hard to single out. Like I've seen when I do, I'll ref them once,
okay.
And like when you see them at the park, it is kind of hard to pinpoint like, okay, like who is the best player.
Yeah. And even on defense, you have Carmina leading the way with 5 sacks. William has 4 sacks. Eric has 3 sacks. Then interceptions, you got Carl with 10, Eric with 8. You got a bunch of guys with 3 or 2 interceptions. Like it's literally a team effort. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, that's not surprised Slot Machine won, but shocked by the score.
What else? Secret Agents Titans. So this Titans team is a little bit on a downfall right now. Yeah. They started off strong. They're one of the top teams. They came out swinging at 4-1 to start the season. 3-game losing streak. Yeah, they played the slot machine, but their last 2 against 8 ballers and Secret Agents might not have been the favorites, but very winnable games.
Got to go at least 1-1.
And now they got the last 2 games against Slicks and Big Booties to close out the season. Let's see their playoff position. These are important games for them if they want to make some noise in the playoffs, right? Currently sitting at 4-4, they're comfortably in a playoff position. That should not change. But look, Slicks and Big Booties are a great test for them, right? And we know the second teams could ball. Like we know they could play well, right? Like they've shown it to us early in the season. They came off a bye week. Okay, that was a good excuse, but now not really an excuse to only put up 12 points against Secret Agents.
Well, I think now they're not in trouble yet. But if you look at their main 2 games, that's a very possibility of losing. That'd be 4 straight games, right? If they lose those last 2 games, and you don't want to go into the playoffs, with a losing record, A, but B, losing 4 straight games. You got to find a way to split that.
Look, one thing that when we think about Titans, we usually think about like Biddle and McMahon, like they're 2 main guys, right? But they have been getting some good secondary depth from other players, like Justin Thompson, for example, 21 catches, 200 yards in the season. He has 6 touchdowns. He has the second most touchdowns on this team after Austin, and even on defense, he's leading the way with 4 picks in 8 games for this team. Usually, you see it's. Austin has averaging 2 picks a game.
Right.
Justin stepping in right now. You also have Biddle and McMahon with 3 interceptions apiece. Robert Thomas Gallagher with 2 interceptions as well. And look, they have a great team. Like Kevin Chow, 18 tackles, 1 pick also on defense. Like, look,
they're very well rounded.
They have the pieces, right?
Yeah, that's why it's surprising when they kind of go through these slumps.
And when they were 4-1, we weren't surprised. We weren't like, we weren't expecting them there. It was kind of like, that's where they should be. They should be at 4-1 at that point, right? And yeah. But going back to this game now, let's give credit where credit is due. Secret Agents pulling out the victory. We got Christian Panty with their first touchdown of the season.
Nice.
Apparently, it was a nice one. Made a few players miss. Did you hear her yell?
I didn't. Well, I did hear someone scream. Maybe it was
from the other field, right?
Yeah.
Because apparently Oliver Dunn heard her celebration. I was told. Also, you couldn't have mentioned it because you weren't on the show last week. Simon could have mentioned it, but he kind of dropped the ball.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw Jose from Phoenix got hurt. It was a pretty bad injury, and the paramedics had to come and all that. But
yes, I heard about that.
Shan was very nice of her to take care of him and be with him till that happened. So
that's good. Any update on?
I don't have an update. No.
Okay.
I'll ask Kevin.
That's some pairs. That's what the MFL is all about, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like we wouldn't have thought anything different, right?
Yeah. A game that caught my attention. You want? Could you talk a little bit about this one? It was the Big Booties Bennett tight game, 25-24. Quarterbacks with similar stats. Jorge, the 4 touchdowns, 3 picks, throwing an extra interception, but still winning the game. Matthew, 4 touchdowns, the 2 interceptions there. Tristan, big game, 7 catches, 96 yards, 2 touchdowns, a 1-point convert. That 1-point convert.
The subs came into play in this game.
I was going to say.
Jorge and Tristan are both subbing for Big Booties here.
Max not leading the way at receiver, kind of surprising.
It's not the most receptions.
True, and he did have.
So you could assume he had the most targets.
Yeah, well said.
And he did have what?
I was gonna say he had a pick, but he didn't.
No picks. But Tristan got a pick and Jorge got a pick. So literally.
Okay, so it was Sub Nation.
Yeah, good choice by Kayla recruiting these 2 subs for this week, right?
Smart manager.
Because this game was there was 2, 4, and 3 teams facing off against each other, right? And you could see same record, very close game. Big Booty securing that 5 seed now to being in the top 5. I think, they're clinching the playoffs right now. So is everyone ahead of them.
And second game for Big Booty's not as successful for them playing against Slicks.
Yeah, it was Goldrick coming in to sub in this one.
Okay.
Goldrick playing his average 4 games at quarterback for 4 different teams in the same week. He did tell me it was an honor to play with Max Rosenfeld in this one.
Really?
I don't know if he told Max or if he took a picture with him or did a jersey swap or somewhat. But
okay.
Goldrick was very honored to play with Max this game, and he appreciated all the knowledge. He told me that it was very, very cold. So, it took some time for his body to start the game.
Of course,
down 24-0 at halftime. Maybe that was the wake-up call.
Yeah.
He said it was, literally on him. He was missing targets, throwing bad picks. In the second half, it started to rain, and he actually became a good student to Max at that point.
Okay.
Yeah. He said you have to be a good student to Max, and but at that point, the damage was done.
Mm-hmm.
He also wanted to point out, because he was rushing Guillaume Malo in this game, and he told me that he doesn't get it, how Guillaume Malo is the most sacked quarterback, one of the most sacked quarterbacks, because Gold had a really hard time getting to him. He did manage to get one sack, but it took him everything. And then he wanted to shout out a few rushers this season, which I love.
Yeah,
and it should be our job to do this, so thanks Goldrick for helping us out here.
Get some of the pay.
You had Carmina from Slot Machine getting 2 sacks on Guillaume. You had Chrissy with Secret Agents getting 2 sacks on him.
Nice.
Andrew from Nothing But D got 3 sacks on him. And Joey from 514 got 3 sacks on him. So he's like, if he only got 1 sack, he's like, these guys deserve some credit.
Right.
We're giving credit where credit is due.
Good research.
Thanks for doing the homework for us, Goldrick.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
For real.
This is why we tell you, write to us.
Yeah.
We can't see everything, right?
Unfortunately, we can't.
But in this game, Slicks showing why they're a top 3 team, coming out strong. Luca with 2 touchdowns, Marie with the other one in this game. Was there 2 pick sixes by Scott and Guillaume. 2 sacks by Lucas. Good game all around for Slicks.
Both sides of the ball.
It's going to be a fun Division 5 playoffs, right? With Slot Machine being the top dog, but you also have a bunch of really good secondary teams. You have Nothing But These, Slicks, Sunnis, Big Booties. All 4 of those teams can make some noise, right? Clearly Slot Machine are the favorite. No one's gonna disagree with that.
No.
But Nothing But These, Slicks, Sunnis, 45, and Big Booties are all make a deep run in the playoffs.
Yeah, 100%. You don't think anyone's questioning that, and it's going to be probably a Slot Machine in the championship game, and I think that there may be a team from that 5 or 6 the Big Booties can be a team. The Titans too. Wouldn't be surprised. BNet too. That's a great farm team, right? Yeah. They come in and surprise some people too.
If you had to pick right now your D5 finals, who would you say?
I'm going a Slot Machine against Slicks.
That's what I would say too.
Really?
And you're taking Slicks? Because you took the field, right? So you have to.
I did take the field. So right now I have to say I'm taking Slicks.
They got nice jerseys.
They do. They're very nice jerseys. That'd be a good final.
Next up, one of Goldrick's other 27 games. Jungle Squad Sunnis 45. So it looks like Jose Luis officially took over at quarterback for this team, and they've been doing great in the last 2 games. I believe he has 10 touchdown passes to 0 interceptions.
Yeah.
Diego being his main target, 5 for 47, 1 touchdown, but great ball distribution. 4 different receivers with at least a touchdown in this one. Jorge getting 2, both of his catches, 100% of scores.
Yeah. Efficient.
And even on the other side of the ball, you got it was pick galore. Like Goldrick in this game was like, you get a pick, you get a pick, you get a pick. Not his best game. Obviously, when you play 4 to 5 games in the same game, it is draining, especially when you're the quarterback. It takes off like a huge mental toll on you, right?
Yeah.
So like, you could be there physically, but it's tough. Yeah.
And so, like, right, the weather didn't help too. There's probably a lot of drop balls. It's tough. Like, I know we were talking about like needing a towel around our games. Hopefully, everyone that played quarterback had a towel, or the snapper had a towel, because it wasn't that easy to play in the weather for sure.
Yeah.
But good win by SUNYs. A blowout win.
Yep. Just taking a note here. Anything else you saw or you want to talk about in Division 5?
I think that's covered up pretty much most of the bases here. I think, but like you said, if you pull up the standings for a quick sec, it's top 8 make it. So what's pretty cool is that I'm not sure. It depends about like. It looks like all 12 teams still have a shot at making the playoffs. Which, you know, with only 1 game left for some teams is still it's still pretty impressive. You have two teams sitting at 2 and 7. One of them being Jungle Squad, but let's say 3 and 7. There's a 3-way tie or a 3-way plus tie. So, a few playoff spots up for grabs. It looks like it's going to stay that 8, though.
Jungle Squad are playing Slot Machine that last game. Are they going to be the ones to give Slot Machine a not perfect record?
You never know. I don't think so. But I do think all 8 teams are going to stay. Maybe not exactly where they're seated, but I'm not sure I could see anybody leapfrogging. Although there's a chance. It's cool to see there's still a chance.
Yeah. Division 4?
Yes, sir.
So, before we get into Division 4, something interesting was brought to my attention. If you look at the season stats, well, you know what I'm talking about?
No.
And you go under rushing.
Yeah.
And you look at the top 3 rushers in this division.
Yeah.
I think they have an average age of about 45 years old. You got Kevin leading the way. 63 attempts in 8 games. That's 8 rushes per game. Then you got Goldrick in second place with 40. Well, actually, if you're looking at it on an attempt per game basis, Matt Sears actually in second place with 49 in 7 games. That's exactly 7 rushes a game. And then Goldrick with 48 in 9 games.
That's a lot of running.
That's a lot of running by the trio of MFL veterans there.
For real.
Not for a lot of yards overall, given the number of rushes. Kevin's averaging less than 4 yards a pop. Goldrick leads the way with 4 touchdowns, but that's pretty impressive, right?
That is 4 TDs on the ground. Is to add on to the passing touchdowns. Is
They're
huge.
all very close in yards. Kevin has 251, Goldrick has 246, and Matt has 233. Who do you think finishes the season with the most rushing yards?
I can't believe I'm saying it, but I'm going Kevin.
We don't know when he's going to come back, though.
That is true, but if he comes back, maybe he'll come back even healthier. I'm just like the game he had against us. He played pretty well. So
I'm going with Matt.
Yeah,
I'm going with Matt.
That's a good pick. I like that one.
So let's get into these games. Action Squad Bearhood. This one surprised me.
Yeah, what the heck happened
I mean,
here?
it surprised me because like Action Squad won the game, but then it also surprised me like by the score they won it. Bearhood, who was one of our top teams in this division, have just dropped 2 very winnable games, right, against Tropic Thunder and Action Squad.
Yeah.
Maybe the rain happened. I don't know.
I did catch some of this game. I saw Michael Hallaby have a nice touchdown. He had 4 TDs
That was
on the day.
1 of 4, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. It looked like they was just out of sync for Bearhood here. You know, the rain is, but like it's rain for both teams too, right? So if the game's played in better conditions, who knows what happens? But Action Squad has to deal with the rain as well. I was surprised I just looked like a miscommunications on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. But credit Action Squad for coming to play. But Bearhood, was my favorite to win it all. I think that if you're going power rankings now, it's I don't know. I think this puts a dent into that.
You think it's I think it's hard to say that right now. Looking at the stats on both teams, you had a bunch of ballers on each side. Jonathan Cloutier and Antoine Bussière over 80 yards. But looking at the Action Squad, you mentioned Halavy with 4 touchdowns, monster of a game. But you also had Justin Hoyt getting a touchdown in this game and 3 interceptions. You had Yavar with 2 sacks. He also had a pick apparently in this game. There was a mistake in the stats. Shamika also getting 2 sacks. Getting stats.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, great game by Action Squad. Yeah.
I did catch a bit of Drama Club and Hawks.
Look, Drama Club beat Hawks, who were the number 1 seed in their respected conference, and then they lose to Legendaries in the same day.
That is strange.
Who are not even in a playoff spot right now. How do you explain that?
That is a tough one. Some teams have some teams' number.
Yeah.
But this game was pretty exciting. It looked like it was over, and then Drama Club gave up a long bomb TD. Dave, quarterback for Hawks, it's pretty fun to watch him. He really just chucks it deep.
Hawks were missing their quarterback in this game, right? Louis is their starter.
True. But Dave was throwing the ball deep in this one, and did get a touchdown late in the game. And then Drama Club, they gave the ball back and then got a stop on D to seal it. But it was pretty close. I think the first play of the game was actually a pick by Nico.
Nico had 4 picks in this game, including a pick 6.
It could have been the pick 6 was the first play of the game.
Okay, starting off the game strong with a touchdown.
Hey, that's and then it was a bit slow for both teams after that. But Drama Club pulling out the W. But then, like you said, tough loss against Legendaries after that.
Yeah, and going to see that game, only putting up 6 points. Ben Mallet at the quarterback position. No stats by Ben Denis on offense. Where's that Benjamin to Benjamin connection?
Huh? We needed.
He was too busy putting up stats in Division 2 instead, right?
Yeah, good call.
He kept his hands for those ones.
Did he ever?
Yeah, Simon Dumas throwing no touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Not a great game on his part. Looks like Jerome was his favorite target on the Legendaries, catching 3 of them. Yeah. Look, it might have been pouring at that time.
Mm-hmm.
But nonetheless, great win by Legendaries, keeping their playoff hopes alive.
Yeah, it's almost a must-win for them.
It was a must-win for them.
Yeah.
And, this power conference is getting tight.
So I like it. Power up.
Any other Division 4 games you saw?
I didn't see any of them. A battle between 2 pretty good, 2 top teams, Sour Peeps and Jenny.
Yeah.
A bit of low scoring there, but Sour Peeps getting the W by 14. Good stuff there. That was Improab getting a nice victory. And, yeah. Was there anything else? Bandits putting up 50, pretty impressive. And CIA, the former...
Cyclones, Iron Nose, Airborne.
Another W there.
Yeah. You go to Division 3?
Let's go. A lot of good close games.
Yeah. Division 3 is great for parity right now. Everyone is really, really close with each other. Simon Vaniquet filling in for Phoenix once again. And would have helped his Laval team if he could beat Double Dippers. Close one, but David Brisson balled down in this game. 32 completions on 46 attempts. 250 yards, 5 touchdowns. You got great ball distribution here. You have 5 guys, all with at least 4 catches, including Manu and Mason with 7 apiece. Rich getting 8 on his behalf. What a great showing for Double Dippers and Dave Brisson's ball distribution, right?
Yeah, very much so. And to clutch up last play of the game touchdown to win it. Dave Brisson to...
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. Simon. You guess who told me that? Well, actually, I overheard Kevin talking about it. Yeah, Dave Brisson to Simon Dumas, 11-yard TD to seal the deal.
Wow.
It's pretty clutch.
That is very clutch. You also had Dave Brisson getting 2 sacks in this game. I think there were just 6 players for the whole game. Yeah.
But this is, honestly, that's an impressive showing by Phoenix, right? Simon Valiquette, not Kevin in terms of this offense, right? When you don't have your starting quarterback, whether the quarterback is better or not. It's tough to kind of keep that offense rolling, right? If you haven't thrown to certain players before, but Simon,
especially Kevin's offense very methodic, right?
Right, over 200 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. Francis Martin benefiting with 72 yards of 3 TDs.
Wow, Francis balled out in this game.
Yep.
Wow, almost missed that. Lil Nicky with 7 tackles. Guess
Nice.
who's getting picked on defense?
Yeah, you could say that.
Tyler getting 2 sacks. Another game that I heard, it was going on at the same time as our Thunder Buddies game. Or no, it was going on at the same time as I was reffing another game with Terrier. Red Cats and Tigres.
What a game.
Crazy to me that both quarterbacks combined for 9 interceptions. And each team put up over 35 points.
Yeah, see, something like that. That doesn't...
How does that make sense?
No, it doesn't.
Like, Jason threw 4 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. And he won the game. Like, usually you throw 4 picks in a game, like, you're out. Like, it's... Like, you get blown out.
Halftime the game's over.
It's crazy. Jason Edwards had all 5 interceptions in this game. There's no player on the Tigres who had more than 5 catches. So, Jason Edwards was the player who Nestor threw the ball to the most in this game. Ain't that crazy?
Wow. Is that...
No, 5 is the record. So, Jason tied the record. I looked it up because... Will Bradford a couple of weeks ago had 4 pick sixes, and 4 pick sixes was tied for the most pick sixes in a game.
Yeah,
tied with Andrew and Vincent Blondin, and 5 picks were the most picks in a game.
Wow. So
Jason Edwards having himself a game, 2 touchdowns, 5 picks. Wow.
But I think that you said,
and this is a huge game with a bunch of playoff implications for both teams. Red Cats pulled it off. Look, Tigres are up 24-7 at half. So when you said you saw that many picks, it's over at halftime. It kind of was, but then Jason and Red Cats marched. Also helped with the other Jason Edwards getting 2 pick sixes during that marching comeback, right? And
That's
then
incredible.
Red Cats put up 31 unanswered.
Holy cow.
They scored 31 straight points within the first 10 minutes of the half.
Okay, wait a minute.
I'm waiting.
That's shocking.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say, but still, it's incredibly shocking. And then 2 rushing touchdowns by Nestor. And then, going for 2 and 9. Wow. Holy cow, what a game. I think this game was this game at 9?
Yeah, it was at 9
yeah.
10. Yeah.
No, I didn't, I was sleeping at that time.
Yeah. You bailed on me in the morning.
Yeah. Our coffee run.
Yeah.
Damn. Not bad.
Thunder Buddies Rossos. Thunder Buddies red hot right now with 2 straight wins.
Let's go.
Yeah. Rossos are a really good team.
Yeah, they are.
We got lucky that it was raining because they had a few dropsies on 3rd and 4th down.
Yeah.
A few guys that don't really make those drops from Rossos were dropping some balls. Kind of helped us a little bit there. Brady's pick turned out to be the play of the game.
Yeah.
We were up 7 points only, and then with just over 2 minutes left, Rossos looked like they were marching, could get the potential tie, and maybe even take the lead, go for 2. Who knows? And Brady came up really, really clutch with that pick at the end there.
A few close. Ryan was close to getting.
Oh yeah, Ryan got his hands on a lot of balls.
So when we finally got the one, we were excited.
Let me see how many. Did you get any? Like PDs are probably the stat that gets the most missed.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see if he got any. He has 1.
But it's a good game. Like honestly, Ludwig in this game. Completion percentage not great, but still throwing for 4 TDs and the 219 yards. Incredible. Look at it. You had 6 more completions, a lot less yards, but went 25 of 27. I'm no mathematician, but that sounds pretty good.
It's pretty high.
Pretty good completion percentage.
Considering one of those 2 were
touchdowns.
picked, so I completed 26 passes in total.
True, good call. No, incredibly methodical game. Marking by on your part there. You had a heck of a game, and defensively, like we didn't really play all that well. But like you said, Brady's pick was big and came at the right time.
Yeah. You sent the Father's Day card to Gaboucher? Gaboucher got you good, eh?
Yeah, he played a heck of a game. Yes, quite a few times he did.
Yeah. We got the win, but I think he maybe got the slight advantage that 1-on-1 battle. His touchdown at the end of the half was so nice. But like, what a throw by Ludovic, first of all. Trusting him going deep like that.
Yeah.
And what a catch. Like.
Yeah, it was a really nice catch. I was sure it was gonna be incomplete, but no, he went over the top.
He's a baller.
Yeah.
Like, he's definitely a baller.
For reals.
And also good to see Antoine Theroux back after that gruesome injury. He played really, really well. He didn't look like a guy that was coming back early from an Achilles injury, right? 5 catches, 41 yards, a touchdown. He had 2 tackles on defense. Like that was a strong performance by him.
He was still as quick as maybe not as quick as usual, but still
he was still freaking quick. It's crazy.
There you
go. Yeah. Don't look now, but Super Friends also won 2 games in a row.
Yeah, really. Hey, that's beating a good
beating Laval, who are a very good team.
Well, that's the thing, right? Because we talked about Super Friends and the fact that we were surprised when we played them that they hadn't won a game. I know it was so early-ish.
And we weren't saying it just to be nice. Like, look, they just beat 2 really good teams.
Yeah,
they beat Laval, and last week too. That who did they beat last week again? Red Cats.
And both games putting up a
lot of points.
Putting up scores.
I think they found their quarterback in Adam Bell. Having quarterback the last 2 games. 6 touchdowns, 250 yards, only 1 interception. Simon Valiquette actually picking that one off.
Nice.
Ben Lepetit balling out in this game, 4 for 74, catching those deep balls or making them miss. But great ball distribution by Adam. He has 4 different players with at least a touchdown. You have Vincent and Oliver with 2 touchdowns each. You also have Alex and Jaden with a touchdown themselves. On defense, Adam and Oliver getting a pick, and James with the sack. Look, it might be too little too late for the Super Friends team, but the way they're gonna actually maybe not. Look, they only played 7 games, right?
Right. That's.
And looking at their schedule, regardless who they're gonna play, given their last 2 wins, they could beat anybody right now, right?
Agreed.
Rossos, Villains, and Double Dippers. The next 2 games against Rossos and Villains are very, very winnable.
Mm-hmm.
That Double Dippers team might have clinched the number 1 seed at that point.
True.
So they could very well finish 5-5 and be in the mix for that last playoff spot. We spoke about it before the show. I'm pretty sure a 5-5 team is not going to make the playoffs in Division 3 this season,
Man.
which is crazy, and just goes to show how strong this division is. Yeah. But anyway, regardless if they make the playoffs or not, finishing off this season strong isn't giving them that confidence that they could play. I mean, we knew it. I hope they also knew it. I'm pretty sure they did. And there's going to be a strong team next season.
Yeah, and like you said, they still have
3 games.
Quite a bit to play for this season. The 3 games left, the potential of squeezing into that playoff spot. Yeah, I think it was just a matter of figuring things out for them, because defensively they were pretty solid. I just think they weren't putting up a ton of points to start off the year, but hey, that's changed pretty quickly.
Yeah. Anything else for Division 3?
Another tough loss for the Villains. It's a few in a row now.
2 in a row.
2 in a row. Okay, not bad.
Division 2.
Div 2. What a barn burner.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Look. After this weekend, I really felt for Mike Jazz. 2 close games where he lost both of them by 1 point. Back to back with the Secure Top Shooters and Master Chiefs. Look, it's like, okay. It sucks, but the fact that you're losing by 1 point means you're really, really close to winning.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to keep getting blown out, it would have been possible. But this is like, football's a game of nature. Any given play could go one way or the other. KOLB really securing, That pun was not intended at all. But the 2 seed here in this game, look, secure top shooter without Mike Roy, the quarterback. Not to say that Brady's not just as good, but it's more the chemistry. First time playing with, well, I know, maybe not. He had Marvin to throw to and Rooney, who he's played with before with Idaho. So never mind that. I see Marvin 5 for $114, 3 touchdowns. But Plourde was almost perfect in this game. Look, this is a 1-point game. Brady threw 3 picks to Ploude's 0.
Yeah, it's like stuff like that. Like I guess maybe it's sacks. It's
I'm gonna go look it up. I'm gonna try to find the answer.
It's incompletions. Maybe, but the KOB doesn't punt, so.
Plourde actually threw a pick 1 in this game.
Really?
Yeah.
That almost was the difference.
Well, Plourde had 8 touchdowns, and KLB actually went turnover on downs once.
No, there you go.
KLB scoring on the last. Oh no! Wow, KLB scored, and Brady had 1 play left. You know what he's gonna do? 45 bump to Marvin, and they scored on the last play of the half. But KLB only had 1. Oh, they had 2 turnover on downs.
Okay, yeah, that's.
So Plourde could have 10 touchdowns in this game.
Wow.
Well, when both these teams are scoring, there's going to be a lot of drives, right?
Yes.
Like when they're scoring every second play.
That quickly, too.
Like, Brady has 18 completions, 7 touchdowns. But, game of converts, right?
Yeah. It's pretty impressive, man, that you can still launch that ball in the air during that storm that we had.
Yeah.
But for KOB, ball distribution, Alex Valiak 10 catches, Jeremy 9 catches, Daphne 6 catches, combined for 8 touchdowns between the 3 of them. It's hard. It's not really a team you took out. Just got to stop this player, got to stop that player.
And KLB had somewhat of a slow start, starting 0-3 to start the season, right? They had lost. They lost literally to every team in the division
to start off.
Yeah. And now winning 3-4 of the last 6. It's not confirmed yet that they'll be playing Respect in that last game of the regular season. If Pocket Rockets can beat Secure Top Shooters, they will be tied. And let's see who has that tiebreaker. Pocket Rockets are actually... Sorry, KLB are 2-1 against Pocket Rockets.
Yeah.
So actually, things are set in stone.
Yes, yeah.
I'll put a note, we could actually update the schedule as of now. We know that last regular season game will be Respect KLB. I'm going to put a note right now.
Because we got...
So Pocket Rockets are playing Secure Top Shooters right now.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. It's very similar to the women's division, Mockingjays Crazy Bees game.
True.
They're playing each other right now. It means nothing for the seeding. They're going to finish 3-4. And they're going to play against each other that last regular season game. To find out who makes it in the playoffs and who's going home.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Like, these teams have been battling out from the beginning of the season, so that'll be a good game. And I expect a different winner. Whoever wins this game, I think it'll be a different winner when we come to the week of the playoffs.
Are you just saying that for like
no? I mean, I am pretty cool, but like that's usually kind of how it works.
Yeah, so as shitty as it is how 4 teams division, this ending is pretty exciting, right? Like we know that Respect's going to play against KLB.
Yeah.
It's a regular season game, but the winner goes to the finals. So it's essentially like a double elimination playoff game.
Well said.
Yeah, and then Pocket Rockets are playing Secure Top Shooters, not last regular season game.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter what record either team has at that point.
Nope.
You win that game, you're in the semifinals against the loser of Respect and KLB. 1 win away from.
And then the loser of that game is done.
It'll be exactly. The loser of that game will be done.
Damn.
So pretty exciting for a 14 division.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, but heads up, because the registration email is going to be already sent out. I think before we post this episode, we'll talk about that at the end of the show. Remind me.
I got you
for fall season, but there's going to be a little bit of changes with the cap. You saw that we're having a little problem in Division 2, right, in the league, and it's like Division 2 is like basically like 1B, really.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
It's almost only like Division 1 players in here.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna kind of lower the D2 and D3 cap to push like the D3. Like we saw that this year, D5 is a real D5 for once, right? We've been saying it for a couple of seasons, but they're always those top teams. But D5 is actually a real D5, and now we're gonna D5 is nice. Yeah. There's a lot of teams in D4. We're gonna push the higher teams of D4 up to D3, push the D3 teams up to D2.
Okay.
And have 5 even divisions.
Okay. And a few like more balanced teams.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That makes sense. I like that.
So Division 1.
Div 1.
18 Master Chiefs round. I don't know what round, but
I literally came for the last play of the game. The timeout, Andrew first down.
Okay, so first of all, the stats are a little screwed up in this game because the phone crashed. I don't know if it was like the water, the rain, the battery. Something happened with the phone and we lost like a few drives or two. The score's correct. Okay. But a few funny drives you're going to see in the stats there. Okay. So it's crazy to me because if I told you that you'd be up 16 in this game with a few minutes left in the first half, you'd say you got it in the bag, right? Correct. But there's also the same team that was up 20 points last week. This Master Chiefs team, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, they've lost now, I think, 4 games by a single point. Lost by a point, lost by 5 points, lost by 5 points. So then blown out, but without their quarterback. Mm-hmm. Lost by 8 points, so still in possession. Lost by 1 point, lost by 1 point. So the last 2 games, they lost by a single point. And early in the game when they were up big, they were saying, this is good. We don't want it to come down to the last effing play again. And then what happened? Man. Look, Master Chiefs came out real strong. Like, it showed that was 9 a.m. game for a team. Their only 9 a.m. game. Say they were sleeping. First drive, Ashton picks off Dave. Master Chiefs score. They get the 2 point. They're doing everything right in this game. Dave threw a couple of bad picks early on. Miscommunication. They were kind of self-imploding. And Master Chiefs were playing really, really well. Like, both sides of the ball. You know, usually we give them credit for their offense. We say their defense was lacking. Mm-hmm. But we all say that, they're not that good on converts. They were great on converts in this game. Great on converts. Great on defense. But it's just something... I don't know if it's something about A-Team that's so clutch. Like, I don't know. Is A-Team more clutch or is Master Chiefs more unclutch? Like, you have the clutch to the non-clutch diagram. And, like, is A-Team closer to the 100% clutch or is Master Chiefs that's closer to 0% unclutch? That's a great question. What is it?
I think A-Team is a tad bit more clutch than Chiefs.
But like A-Team's like clutch. Yeah, but like just a tad.
Yeah, because it's unbelievable. Like the Chiefs in this game, I came and obviously I was hoping as an Iron Wolf, hoping that Chiefs would pull this off because we're battling A-Team for that last spot. And then Brady said, Chiefs were up by 16 in this game, or 16 and ball something like that. Up 16 ball for Yeah, it's tough. I'm not sure, but like you cannot say this Chiefs team is not a D1 team, right? Look at the stats. You see, well, the team only has 1 win.
Well, look, I was thinking about it. I'm trying to find an explanation for them. This team played in the winter. Well, not the exact same team, but a lot of these players were on that winter D1 team. And we know winter D1 is about like Division 2, Division 3. Mm-hmm. They kind of blew everyone out. D1 champs. They had maybe like Outlaws as a competition, and maybe like Tourists and like Kiss My Pass. A few other teams, but like. They were clearly the best team in the winter. Yeah. But it was not... They were not playing a D1 competition. Like, I think... Well, at the same time, it's still a new D1 team, but it's still all D1 players on this team, right? So it's like, do you give them the pass? Do you not? I have so many things to say. First of all, the play of the game in this one, not only were Master Chiefs up 16 with ball, they were up 16 with ball in the red zone. About to be up 22. With 20 seconds left, Vinny throws a pick 6. Right then and there. It's like... Yeah, it was huge. And then A-Team were able to cut the lead to 20. To 10 at that point. But then Master Chiefs started the ball in the second half. And they did exactly what they had to do. They marched and they scored and they made it look easy. Dylan had a huge pick in this game as well. But you look at this team, and I know we're talking a lot of like someone bashing Master Chiefs a lot about like their performance, but I think we need to praise A-Team more because A-Team lost arguably one of the better players in the whole league in Ashton, right? They also lost Jeremy, and they also lost Sean. Those three players, it's not only like, look, A-Team could lose those players, but they went to the rival Master Chiefs. So like, and A-Team still pulled off the victory, which is all that much more impressive. Like they lost like three other like better players, right? And it's not even showing right now.
It's incredible. I think you really got to give a lot of credit to Dave. I mean, like, yeah, coming into this game and throwing 3 picks to start off right off the bat is terrible way to start. But just like kind of the I guess the mental fortitude you have to be able to keep pushing forward in that weather against a team like Master Chiefs that we're going to be talking because they're bitter rivals. Like you said, Dave lost what hasn't changed is the quarterback position, right? Yeah. Dave's been playing quarterback for these guys.
It ain't pretty, but he's getting the job done.
Right.
Eli Manning. And you look at the stats for A-Team, the leading receiver had 59 yards. The leading guy on receptions was the snapper, Devin, with six receptions. No one had more than 2 touchdowns. You look at the other side, we heard some chit-chatter in the offseason why players were leaving stats, more catches, they wanted more balls and stuff like that. You look at it, like Ashton had the stats. He had 10 catches, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns. He had the stats. Yeah. He didn't get the win. Like, he's eliminated from the playoffs right now. A-Team is going strong. Like, this team is like, we talk about Outlaws, we talk about Bush Boys, but, like, you slap this team in the face, you kick them in the butt, and, like, they're sitting at 4-3 in the playoffs right now.
That's what I said. It's something about this team you just can't count out. Like, remember we talked about off air, like, 3 teams that were in the playoffs, but who would you take? And it's tough to knock off the champs.
Yeah. It's not pretty football, but
no, they get it done.
They're not breaking any records. They're not top one in the stat sheet, but
getting those dubs.
Yeah. Talking about your game now.
Oh boy,
tough one, eh?
This was tough.
I think the score is closer than what the game actually was. So at some point, I was looking at the score and like, you turned out to have a decent game, but early on, it looked like it was a very difficult start.
So we were down. It was actually I couldn't believe it. We made it.
We were down 20-0.
It's 28-0.
Yeah,
it was 20 like in a blink of an eye, and we came back and made it 40-36. So we made it a 4-point game. This was eventually later on. But yeah, our first 3 drives, I had a terrible start. I threw three interceptions our first 3 drives. My first throw was a pick, got tipped, and then I brought us to the red zone eventually, and then I ended up throwing an interception there. So I did not have a good start.
You didn't look over your shoulder to see John at that point after the
maybe John was playing receiver.
But did anyone say maybe John should go in?
No, thankfully the guys were sticking by me, and then we finally ended up getting drives together, putting up points, and making it a close game. But yeah, Bush Boys, it's hard to say if they're better offensively or defensively. I know this game. Look, 36 points is actually a lot to give up, but they got 3 picks and they did sub us.
36 points average.
It's true, right? It is true, but they played
if you're not better. 36, you're probably not winning the game in Division 1.
True, but it feels like they played better than giving up.
Well, they're up 28-0, so safe to say they were playing more relaxed, prevent, and
true. But yeah, Bush Boys, Blay was just leading these guys. Jerome had a really nice game for them, getting TDs, extra points. And it was really like this team is just a unit, right? They know where they need to be, what they need to do defensively. There's guys shifting left, shifting right, baiting quarterbacks. This is a really, really solid squad, and I think that like I don't know if I asked you because I have a tough time answering it. Are they better on if you had to say better offensively or defensively? I'd give a slight edge to the offense just because Simon has been killing it for them this year, but.
I'd give a slight edge to the offense, because Simon is an absolute baller, but it's not because their defense ain't good. Like, their defense is really, really, really good. Like, this team's really good on both sides of the ball. Like, they play really complimentary football. I forgot what game it was. I think it was maybe against Master Chiefs when they needed, like, maybe Simon Beth, like, went turnover on downs, had a bad drive, but then that defense just stepped up and got the ball right back, and, and great ball distribution. He has a bunch of ballers. He trusts his guys. Look, in this game, they're missing Gab Boucher, right?
Yep, exactly.
And Jonathan Plaude, who are number 1 and 3 on their receiving yards list on the season, right?
There you go. Yeah, it was like you said, it's kind of a next man up mentality for them, and they have different players that makes different plays, and they complement each other really well. And it's just like really a well-knit group.
It's crazy because like Arnos are like Arnos. You know, like when you look at it's always like the team that you always tout out, blah, blah, blah. But like you look at the standings, and I'm like, Bush Boys Outlaws A team. That makes sense. But I'm like, Master Chief should be there. Like why are Master Chiefs still in the top 3? Like
Everyone's been like,
they need. I'm looking forward to the redemption season in the fall. I know teams never come back exactly the same roster and all that, but I hope the core guys of Master Chiefs come back, because this team, just look at their 4 losses by 1 point. You split those, they're 3-5 at the same, like, right?
Yeah.
You give them all 4 of those wins, they're 5-3.
Let's see, you get 3 of them. It's
but yeah,
it's really incredible how it is. You talk about, you said it perfectly. A game of inches.
Yeah.
But that one seed's looking like it's going to be a nice race for that.
Well, look, Bush Boys are playing A team and Outlaws are playing A team. So A team could, let's say A team wins both these games. A team sitting number 1, right?
Oh my gosh!
If A team goes 2-0 this weekend, they got that 1 seed. They'd be 6-3. They'd have a game. They'd have played 1 game more than Outlaws, but they'll have the same amount of games as Bush Boys. They'll have the same record as Bush Boys. They'll have the tiebreaker against Bush Boys. And Outlaws would be sitting at 5-3 with half a game back. These 2 games are like, we were always talking Bush Boys Outlaws for the 1 seed, right?
Yeah.
A team, even if they go 1-1, they don't have that much of a chance. But if they go 2-0, this could be that 1 seed, and that 1 seed, you're not crowned champions, but you're very close to it, right?
That's the bye, right? It's the bye to the finals.
You have 2 weeks off in the playoffs because we have a 3-week playoff schedule.
Wow!
So you'll even have that additional week to heal up.
Wow, that's huge.
And A team are playing Outlaws that final week, so Bush Boys end their regular season this weekend with Iron Wolves and A team. So if Bush Boys go 2-0, do they clinch the 1 seed, or it'll depend?
If they go 2-0, I think they pretty much.
If they go 2-0 and Outlaws lose, they clinch the 1 seed. But if they go 2-0 and Outlaws also win, which would be good for Iron Wolves in that case, because that means A team would have gone 0-2.
Yeah, because
you need A team to go 0-2 this weekend, right?
I believe we have to go. I believe so. I think we need to go 2-0, and A team has to go 0, or A team has to go 1-2, and then it comes down to points against,
which is fairly close. Yeah, you guys just need to win 1 more game than A team this weekend. If they go 0-2, you could go 1-1. You're still alive.
If we go 1-1,
and they go 0-2,
and they go 0-2,
yeah,
but then they have to lose the following week.
No, because if they go 0-2 and you go 1-1,
you'll
be half a game back.
Yeah,
you'll still have a game played more than them.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you'll be half a game back.
Yeah.
But you'll still be alive.
Yeah.
But so if Bush Boys go 2-0 and Outlaws lose, they would have clinched the 1 seed, and they have 3 weeks off because they're on bye last week of the regular season. We'll see if they come out sluggish after. But Outlaws currently, funny to say, have the advantage in points against over Bush Boys.
Really?
Because Bush Boys have been praising their defense.
Yeah.
But they have been giving up an average of 36 points against the game.
Maybe it's only when they play us. That's cool. I don't think we usually have 4 D1 games. That could be the most we have
ever.
Yeah. So A team on a doubleheader, Bush Boys on a doubleheader, Outlaws on a doubleheader.
Yep.
Nice.
Outlaws got 2 fun games against A team and Master Chiefs.
Oof, back to back.
Shit. I think we're playing before that with Thunder Buddies, right?
Yeah, I think we have an early one.
Good. We're all in the wake.
Gosh.
Is that it?
I think that's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote?
Yeah.
So, oh yeah. I think the fall registration is now open. It should have been, because like this video is Wednesday when you're watching, and we should have sent the email out by now. So let's get these teams signed up for the fall.
Yeah.
We have a week off between the finals and the beginning of the fall season.
Okay.
We're going to have 5 divisions again, women's division again. We have Laval, Brossard.
We got a lot.
Yeah. If you guys have any questions on anything, let us know. Cap adjusted. So, yeah, the cap's like is going to adjust. We want more teams in Division 2. Mm-hmm. That's the whole goal of it.
Yeah.
We think a few of these Division 2 teams can play Division 1. Even if they have Division 1 players that they might lose. Have to make some tough decisions there, but I still think we get more Division 1 teams, a lot more Division 2 teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
BPs.
Yeah, what do you got?
You'll do Div 1.
Okay.
I'll do Div 3.
You gonna go first?
Sure. Div 3. 9 a.m. Double Dippers, Red Cats.
Okay.
Jason throws 6 picks.
He gets more than 4. He throws more than 4 than he did last game.
But Jason throws 6 picks.
And how many pick sixes does Edwards have? Because the Jason combo is good. Jason throws the picks, and then he puts it's like a deep punt. He pins the team down there, and then they're in a tough position, and then Jason Edwards picks it off for a pick 6.
That was my twist. He throws 6 picks,
and they still win the game.
Red Cats win the game.
I don't think they win if they throw 6 picks against Double Dippers. Not against Double Dippers. So that ain't happening.
It's something about this Red Cats team. They just find weird and strange ways to win games.
All right, so we got Division 1. Bunch of games to choose from.
Yep.
We got Bush Boys with a doubleheader. Arnold's are playing 2 games this week?
No, just the one.
Oh, so are we saying you have to go 2-0?
Well, to end the season.
A-Team got 2 games. Outlaws got 2 games. Bush Boys got 2 games. What do I got? Okay, I got 2 games out of the 4 going into overtime. And 2 games out of the 4 being complete blowouts.
Blowouts as in?
Like 30-point games.
Holy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to get ugly. Hopefully we have nice weather this Saturday.
Yep. Do we know? Well, it's going to change anyways.
Yeah. Thanks to everyone who wrote to us.
Yeah, for real.
Keep writing to us. Let's stay polite out the field. Respectful to the refs, to the other team. Mm-hmm. You don't know what people are going through in life. We all come Saturday just to ball out and clear our mind and have fun. That's the whole point. That's like the fundamentals of what the MFL is all about. Mm-hmm. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, a big family here, right? Like it's you talk about when we have a player injured, we got people calling the ambulance, doing this, that, the other thing.
I mean, you would call the ambulance for a random guy if you saw him.
Depends if he's tall or not. But yeah, no. It's,
you call for the short guy or not the short guy?
Maybe not. But no. But yeah, all that to say.
Good thing Cook are playing this season. Eh?
Touche. That's what separates us from other leagues, where we want to be a respectful league. And no, well said, Terry.
I hope I mentioned everything I was supposed to mention. If I forgot something that someone told me, just remind me and I'll mention it next week.
Yeah.
We
always got next week, next show.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yep.
And playoffs soon.
Playoffs. Every snap is playoff football right now.
Yeah.
Get it through your head, folks.
All right. See you guys Saturday.
See you guys.